everybody, welcome to Margaret Lewin Quilting. I am so glad that you're here with me today. We are up to our very last block of Pat Sloan's 2016 Mystery Block of the Month. I have all of my blocks done. Here's all of Pat's, and these are all of Victoria Finley Wolf's. Now this line is called Mostly Manor for Victoria, and this line is called Hometown Girl. So today we're going to be working on block 10, which is right down here. I think you can see most of it at least. In Pat's fabric, let me show you what it looks like. And here's Pat's fabric. This is block number 10. So I'm really excited to share this one with you. It actually was probably one of the easiest to put together in this entire series, so I'm glad she left this one for last. This is, as I said, our last block. So stick around to the end and I'll let you know what's coming up next for this quilt along. Today we're going to be putting together block 10 of Pat Sloan's 2016 Mystery, My Secret Garden. Okay, this is colorway 2, which is Pat Sloan's colorway, and this is Victoria Finley Wolf's fabric that I've been doing for this entire project. So I have laid out both, these are both blocks right here. The center of it consists of half square triangles and then 2 solid blocks. You put it together and then these are half square triangles. So I have started by marking out all of my half square triangles for both colorways. You can see both of them there. So my very first step is going to be to sew my half square triangles, square those up, then I'll come back to you and you can see how I'm going to go about putting this block and this block together. All right, so I'll see you in just a few minutes. I have trimmed my half square triangles, so those are all nice, and I was able to press all of them to the dark because of the fact that there's not really a spot where the seams have to nestle together. I could just press all of them to the dark. So here's 1 block, 2, 3, 4. So this is the center of the quilt block. So let me get the picture again so you can see it's right here. Now the next question is, do I have it placed the same way she does? Yes, I do. Okay. So, I'm trying to think what else I need to tell you. I'm going to put this together by, I'm going to separate it a little bit so you can see. I'm going to put these and these, this and this together. Then I'm going to sew them together into a 4 patch. And then I will connect 2 and 2 and then 4 so that we've got the whole block put together. Do that on both of them. More than likely I will press this seam to here, this seam to here. You know the gig on how I do that. But I'll let you know once I do get it completely done so that you can see how that's done. So once I complete that, then the next thing is I'm going to take my 2.5 inch blocks and I'm just going to start sewing these together to make a strip. So 2 of my strips are going to have 2, 4, 6, 8 2.5 inch squares, not triangles, squares. And my other 2, this one and this one, are going to have 2, 4, 6 of them. Okay, so we've got 8 and 6, each one of those twice, and those are the strips that go around it. So then I will be back to show you how I've pressed this, and I will then work on these. So we're getting there. This is going to be a fast block. This is block number 10, all completed. This is Pat Sloan's fabric, and this is Victoria Finley Wolf's. And I'm going to turn them over. This is the back side of Victoria Finley Wolf's, and I'm going to show you how I went about pressing it. When I pressed the 2.5 inch squares, I just pressed them in a row. No big deal. There was nothing there. The centers of these blocks, I pressed open, and the only reason why I pressed them open was to reduce bulk. No other reason other than that. The same thing with this center. I just pressed it open to reduce bulk. And I was able to press all of the half square triangles to one color, and they still fit together, I think, very nicely. So there are my 2 blocks. This is the last block, so now it's time to start putting it all together. I hope you enjoyed watching me sew through block number 10 of the quilt along. If you have any questions about it or how to do it, please don't hesitate to leave a comment below. There's a comment section, and don't hesitate to do that. If you bought all the fabrics according to Pat Sloan's fabric requirements, this is going to be your border fabric, and this is going to be your sashing fabrics. Now on Victoria Finley Wolf, I'm really excited. This is the border fabric, and I have to tell you, this fabric is probably one of my absolute favorites. And I'm not normally an orange person, but I just really like it. And I like the fact that we're going into fall, and here we've got this bright, beautiful orange. So this is the border fabric, and this is our sashing fabric. So I really think, let me put it up there, see if you can see what it's gonna look like. I just think it's going to be gorgeous. I think this is going to lighten up the entire quilt. And then I'm thinking that this will just be absolutely stunning. So this is what I'm going to be doing. Now, one of the things I'm going to ask you not to do if you're sewing along with me is don't get ahead of me and start cutting all of your sashing strips, because I want to give you a couple little hints along the way of how to make sure that your quilt's going to lay flat when it's all done. So next week I'll be showing you how to make your sashing strips, how to square up your blocks, and all about our cornerstones. And then we'll start getting the quilt all put together. So I will see you again next week, and thank you so much for joining me. If you have any questions, any comments, please do leave them below. If you haven't already, please do subscribe to me. That way, when I put up a new video, you'll get notified that it's there. So again, thanks so much for joining me, and I will be seeing you again really soon. Bye.